This is the March on Washington on August 28, 1963, in Washington, D.C., led by Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr., born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia, followed in his father's footsteps in becoming a Baptist minister. He was also very known leader in the African American civil rights movement. King Jr. believed in nonviolent protests and never fought with the police if being arrested. A. Philip Randolph and Bayard Rustin planned this march in December 1962 to end black unemployment. Thousands walked together to Washington, D.C., protesting for equal rights as the whites in the United States. This walk started on Tuesday, August 27, and ended Wednesday, the 28th. When they arrived, King delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech, calling an end to racism at the Lincoln Memorial. 75 to 80% of these participants were black. After giving the speech, many marched to speak to President Kennedy, who was impressed by King's speech. In December 1964, the Civil Rights Act were passed, and blacks began to receive the same rights as whites. But sadly, King never got to saw it. This is the March on Washington on August 28, 1963, in Washington, D.C., led by Martin Luther King Jr., and I am Tamir Zakaria Horton. Yeah. Martin Luther King Jr., born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia, followed in his father's footsteps in becoming a Baptist minister. He was also very known leader in the African American civil rights movement. King Jr. believed in nonviolent protesting and never fought with the police as being arrested. A. Philip Randolph and Bayard Rustin planned this march in December 1962 to end black unemployment. Thousands walked together to Washington, D.C., protesting for equal rights as the whites in the United States. This walk started on Tuesday, August 27, and ended Wednesday, the 28th. When they arrived, King delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech, calling an end to racism at the Lincoln Memorial. 75% to 80% of these participants were black. After giving the speech, many marched to speak to President Kennedy, who was impressed by King's speech. In 1964, the Civil Rights Acts were passed, and blacks began to receive the same rights as whites. But sadly, King never had a chance to actually see the changes being made, for there was still some rebellion, and he was shot and killed on April 4th, 1968. Rosa Parks, born on February 4th, 1913, was also a leader during the African American rights movement. She refused to give up her seat to a white man on the bus and was sent to jail. She also attended the March on Washington with King, continuing to fight for her own rights. Parks continued to visit schools, educating people about her experience until 2005, which she died. Because of King's continuing to protest, African Americans are able to have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else today.